Hello. Good morning once again. This is NAS Active Communications Limited. Um, right here this morning, we'll be taking you on a video on how to install OS of any kind on your system, whether Windows 7 or Windows 8, which is the most Windows in use in our generation now. We're no longer using Windows 98, Windows XP, but in case you might want to use that also, you can check on our YouTube or you drop a comment on any video you want on OS installation, and we can get that for you just to get you educated on how to install OS. But this morning we'll be taking you on how to install. This is, for instance, this system is from one of my clients. First of all, let's put password. The password is this is Windows 10 already on the system, and it's from one of my clients, and he wants to downgrade it to Windows 8. I wouldn't know for what reason, but that's what he wants. You can see here, this is Windows 10 Pro. Can you see right here? This is Windows 10 Pro, right? So he wants to bring it down to Windows 8, and that's what we'll be doing this morning. First of all, we just want to build a community where we can be of help to one another, because most of the time we see most of our clients come here just to install OS, which is very unfortunate. If you have a PC, you should have the right to know how to install OS on your systems. You can only visit us on very serious issues where you cannot handle. You can see here, these are office. We also sell laptops apart from dealing with repairs. You can see this, what we do, this is our business. So you can see we are here for a real business. And if you come down here, this is our office where we carry most of the repairs. Yes, you can see. These are workstation, these are systems for internet purposes. These are carcasses in case we need to get something to replace on your system. So we are here for real business, and we are doing this for free. Once again, let's get down to business. So to install OS on this system, Windows 8 specifically, this is what we're going to do, because the CD drive of the system is bad. So today I'm going to be using external CD drive. This is an external CD drive. You can see, right? So what I need to do is to plug it, right? Eject it, right? Because the system is on, the CD drive would automatically be installed and recognized in case you want to format. Here we have copies of Windows. This Windows 8, this Windows 10 is a copy a copy of the Windows. These are applications. We'll get to those ones on any videos in case of next time. But today we're going to be installing Windows 8. It comes like this. This is how it comes, right? First of all, you slot it on the CD drive. You push it back. Let's watch if it's going to be recognized on the system. That's very important before we do any other thing, right? So let's wait for some seconds and see if it's going to be recognized on the system. If it doesn't pop up, you can also go and check yourself through my computer. You can see here it's recognized. This is the CD drive. You can see here, right? So now let's go about real business. Now, the next thing I need to do is to shut down the system, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm shutting down the system. Let's wait for the system to shut down. Now the system has been shut down, but I'm still waiting, right? It's properly shut down. Now, the first thing to do is you press your start button Once your Windows is inside, you press your start button, and you can strike F9 for some systems. It will take you to the boot option, to the boot menu. You can strike F12 for some system. It will still take you to the same place. Some system you can strike escape key immediately. You press the power button. It will take you to the right step on how to format and all that. But for this, we're going to be using F9. This is a HP system, Pavilion G6. So we're going to be using F9. So this is first step. You press your power button. Before the system comes on, you press your F9 key, right? Now you can see change boot device order. So it's going to change the boot order for us and take us to where we can select the CD-ROM and start our installation. So let's wait for some seconds. Let it take us to the right place. I think we're having some delays here, but let's still wait. Good. Now, this is where we want to get to. You can see here we have boot from EFI file. That's not what we want. Notebook hard drive, no. If you boot from the notebook hard drive, it's going to take you back to the Windows 10, which is already installed, because that's the hard drive. If you use USB CD-ROM drive, this is the name of the USB CD-ROM drive, which is this one, right? And you can see the internal CD-ROM is not displayed on this option because this CD drive, this internal CD drive is no longer working. If it were working, it would display here, and you can choose that and start your installation. So, but for today, we're going to choose the internal CD drive because that's what we're going to be using. So you use your arrow keys down here, you come down, you watch here. While I press my arrow key down, you can see it has come to the USB CD drive. I use my enter key to select. Okay, now I can use my enter key button to select the USB CD/DVD ROM drive. Now let's go. This is my enter key. I wait for an order from the system. It will tell you to press a key to boot from, or it will take you straight to the OS where you are installing. Now we're going down there. I think we have a problem here. Let's restart. Let's restart and go back to the same process. This time I don't want to waste time. I off it directly. Right? Let's start the process again. F9. I can answer. Huh? Now we're there once again. We use our arrow key. We go down to the CD drive. Let's go again and see what will happen. Now it's asking us to press any key to boot from CD drive. Now you can see, because we pressed the power button and pressed the F9 key and selected the USB CD drive, and it asks us to press a key to boot from the CD drive, which we did. This is where it has taken us to. This is the first step of your installation of Windows 8. You can see, right? So now, what's the next step? You use your mouse, right? Which will direct your cursor to the next step. You can click next. Why next? What language do you want? Select your language. If you don't want English language, you can select another language depending on what you want. But for us, we want to use English language, English United States. The same thing, time and currency format. The same thing, keyboard, we want to use US. So the next step is next. After next, this is the next step, install. And you wait for a while the OS is on installation process. Now this is the next step. This step is very important. There are systems that are their OS base is 64 bits, and some system OS base is 32 bits. If your system OS base is 32 bits, you can select this 86. It's going to convert to 32. If you're on 64, you have to check your system OS base first before you do this. If it's on 64, you can select 64 and it will get you to the right thing. But for this system, the OS base is 64, so I'm going to be selecting 64.